Good morning, all of you. I'm Ananda Kumar, Faculty of English and Soft Skills Trainer. Once again, I'd like to welcome you all to my video lecture. And today, our topic is interpersonal communication. So, first, we have to know what is called communication. So, communication means sharing of ideas between two people or group of people in order to exchange or in order to understand the gist of message. Likewise, so what is the term like interpersonal communication? Actually, interpersonal communication skills is a part of soft skills. And if you ask me, interpersonal means two or more people who are involving in the process by which people exchange information, feelings, and meanings through verbal and non-verbal messages. It is a kind of face-to-face communication. It is not just about what is actually said, the language used, but it is said and non-verbal messages sent through a tone of voice, facial expression, gestures, and body language. Man is a social animal. We must respect the views and sentiments of others. Interpersonal communication in the workplace plays an important role in employee satisfaction, motivation, collaboration, and business success. So, success in life largely depends on his or her relationship and interaction with others. So, the level of one's interpersonal communication skills is measured through the effectiveness of transferring messages to others. Now, let's see the chapter clearly. So, here I have given you the second slide, that is process of interpersonal communication. It is similar of the process of communication skills. So here the two participants are sender and the receiver, or sender and audience. So what kind of process which is taking place between these two people? So here I have given you some information in the term of like pictorial representation. It's a kind of picture, so that's why I just saying like it's a kind of pictorial representation. So here sender who wants to convey some messages, for that his or her mind which is getting ready to prepare the words and make it in order and make it like a meaningful one. So that process is called encoding. So once the process is completed, it has been sent through the message, through the medium, that is channel. So here channel or medium in the sense the language. So before going to interact with other people, so a common language should be knowing by these two people in order to exchange the information without any confusion or obstacle. So here the message, once the sender has prepared the message, it is called like encoding process, then it has to be transferred to the receiver or the audience. So there the audience or receiver who is in the position to decode the message, understand the information or the gist of information or the central idea of the information thoroughly. Then once the understanding process which is being completed, then the audience or the receiver who wants to give the reply or feedback or like react, that is called like feedback here, which I have mentioned here. So feedback should be given by the audience or the receiver to the sender. So this is the kind of the process of interpersonal communication, similar of communication skills. So here this process particularly which is happening like a chain communication. So there is non-stop, there is non-stop in the sense there is no stop. The sharing their views or like ideas or like opinions among themselves. So this is called like process of interpersonal communication. The next one we would like to discuss about elements of interpersonal communication. So here I have given you some elements like the communicators, the message, noise, feedback, context, and channel. So here, in which the first element is the communicators. So here, the communicators are sender and the receiver. So these two characters are very very important to take place. I mean to chat or to communicate each other. So communicators, sender and the receiver. As I already explained about the process of interpersonal communication, and as I told you, I would like to remind once again that it's similarly it's a similar of communication skills. I mean the process of communication skills. So it is once again it's happening between these two people, I mean the communicators, sender and the receiver. So sender who wants to convey the message in the name of encode, and the medium is, I mean the language. Then the receiver who wants to receive the information and understanding the gist or the idea or the theme of the message. That process is called decoding. Then finally the receiver who wants to give the reply in the name of feedback. So communicators are very very important. So the first element is the communicators. Then the second element is the message. So what kind of message they would like to share among themselves, like any entertainment message or like any official message, or whatever the message. So that discussion should be placed in a particular domain. So that message should be I mean transferred between these two communicators only. So the message is the second element of interpersonal communication. Then noise. So here the noise which represents the sound, like whether the discussion which is like very hot or like in normal one, or like it's a kind of what we can say counseling. So it is depending upon the communicators, or it's depending upon the message. So the voice, so voice which is playing always a vital role. So without, I mean the voice, the message can be conveyed through some facial expressions, body language, gestures and all. So that is also called like communication. So but the main part is like verbal communication alone, because verbal communication which brings a complete sense to the chat or like communication. So that is very important. Then the next element is feedback. So feedback, as I told you, that once the process, I mean decoding process is completed, then the next step is giving feedback or responding to the sender, I mean by the receiver. So feedback is an essential one, and moreover it's a kind of process to give the chain communication between these two communicators, I mean the sender and the receiver. Then context. So context in the sense like uh, the context is differentiated depending upon the circumstances or the situation. For example, the interaction takes place in office room, or like in the canteen, or like in the social decorum, or like in the theater. So it is depending upon the place or the circumstances. The context, I mean context has to be differentiated. Then the next one is channel. Whether the interpersonal communication or communication which will be happening through I mean face to face channel, or like the conversation or the communication which takes place, or which will be happening through a mobile phone or like telephone. So that is called channel. Then next we move to another slide, that is important interpersonal communication skills. Well, most of us engage in some forms of interpersonal communication on a regular basis, often many times a day. We communicate with others is a measure of our interpersonal skills. So, interpersonal communication is a key life skill and can be used to build rapport. So, here the first important interpersonal communication skill is verbal communication. So, verbal communication skills are important for the majority of occupations because they help you to interact effectively and build rapport. Then, the second one is active listening. So, active listening is listening beyond the words being spoken, understanding the message being communicated. During the conversations, a lot of time the listener is thinking about how they are going to respond rather than concentrating on what the speaker is saying. The next we move to body language. It is an essential one in communication skill, as I told you already. So body language plays major role in communication and get some satisfaction. So an international statistic report says body language takes 55 percentage of role in communication or in communicating the message, whereas voice plays 38 percentage, and words, I mean the content, so words takes place 7% alone. So body language is significantly used to understand what is being said. The next one is openness. So openness means like don't speak with people who have similar views to your own, but also you are recommended or like suggested to speak to those who have opposing your opinions, because then only you'll be getting a lot of feedback or like review about your thoughts. So better you just interact such people with such people. Then next point is I think show an interest in what they say, uh, which the aim of understand how they think. So it is very important one. Then next we move with the negotiation skills. So what is negotiation? So negotiation is important in a variety of situation. So if you see an example, you may need what you can say. You may need it to resolve a conflict or create a contract. I mean contract in the sense like some conflict. So you must be able to come to mutual agreements that they keep everyone satisfied. So everyone satisfaction, I mean to get the satisfaction, you are in the position to give the satisfaction to everyone by using of your negotiation skills. So that is very important. So here the negotiation, it is like it is playing vital role in marketing area also. Then the last point is decision making and problem solving. So most jobs have elements of problem solving. This is where you think of solutions to deal with problem. Absolutely. It is also called creative thinking. Can help to identify the problem and exploring solutions. And if you ask me, deciding on which solution to implement, that is very important, because once if you think that this is the right solution in the sense, then next your planning is to implement the solution, and finally you like to review the outcome of the particular problem. So these are all very important. Then next we move with another slide, that is important interpersonal communication skill, the continuation of the previous slide. So here I have given you the continuation of the same. Here the conflict resolution. You will need to resolve a conflict at some point. Well, active listening and problem solving are useful for this, and listen all sides of explanation and come with suitable positive resolution. So that is, I mean, an important one important one in the interpersonal communication skills. The next, I mean, the second one is assertiveness. So assertiveness is when you confidently express your needs and opinions in a fair, honest, and calm way while considering the needs and views of other people. In assertiveness, we can follow some parameters. Tell the other person how you feel, and the next one is I think yes, listen to what the other person says, speak at a normal mode, maintain eye contact, avoid words that exaggerate such as always or never, use facts rather than judgments, Use facts rather than judgments is very important in assertiveness. Then next we move to positive attitude. So positive attitude, which requires even when you may be in difficult situation. So positive attitude person can solve whatever the problem, or even the fellow who is in a difficult situation, he or she can able to manage that situation with his own or with her own positive attitude. So it's very important one. This attitude brings you more solution and increases the confidence level to overcome the obstacles, I mean overcome the problem. So a positive attitude is very important one in interpersonal communication skills. Then next one is teamwork. For running a business effectively, people must work well together in order to achieve a common goal. So join together. Unity is very important to complete the task or work in within the stipulated period. So for the teamwork is very important. So being a team leader, you just motivate others and motivate others in order to get the best outcome best outcome in a dignified way. That is very important. The next one is empathy. So empathy means that you are able to identify and understand others emotion. It's very important because you must understand or identify others emotion. You just imagine yourself in someone else's position. That is very important. Then next we move to another slide, that is 10 must have interpersonal communication skills. That is communication, courtesy, flexibility, integrity, interpersonal skills, attitude, professionalism, responsibility, teamwork, and work ethics. The first one is communication. So communication is like oral communication, or it is an essential one in speaking and written and presenting and listening also. So it is very important to maintain your interpersonal communication skills. Then the second one is courtesy. So it represents manners, etiquette, says please and thank you, respectful. So these things are like a courtesy mode. Then flexibility. Flexibility means like adaptability, a lifelong learner, and accept the people as it is, and learn new things and adjust in a difficult situation. The next one is integrity. So what do you mean integrity? It says, I mean, honest, high morals, and personal values. The next one, interpersonal skills. So interpersonal skills should be like nice and personable, sense of humor, friendly, and be positive. Then the next one is attitude. So attitude represents like optimistic and enthusiastic, encouraging, and very confident. The next one is professionalism. So it refers a business like business oriented segment. So be a professionalist always. I mean to maintain the professionalism. The next one is responsibility. Should be accountable and reliable. Get the job done. I mean the responsibilities just complete the work within the prescribed time. Then resourceful and self-discipline and common sense. Then next one is teamwork. So teamwork, as I told you already, gets along with others, agreeable and very supportive and helpful to others. That is like teamwork. Then the last one is work ethics. Should be hardworking, loyal, and initiate with self motivation to complete the work on time. So your job performance will improve if you develop your interpersonal skills, uh, because you will be a cohesive member of the company. If you ask me, by becoming more aware of how you interact with others, and by practicing, you can improve your interpersonal communication skills. So I think that is, I mean, the conclusion of this chapter. And we have seen quite number of information related to the interpersonal communication skills. and I think these information which enhance your interpersonal communication skill in a dignified way. So thank you very much.